Okay, let's go.
Jazzy Joe's Autograph Adventures.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Jazzy Joe's Autograph Adventures, India's first web series where I show you the top 10 autographs based on a different theme in every episode. As we approach the end of this season, I would like to thank you all for the huge amount of love, support and feedback that you have given me for the last 29 episodes. I appreciate all your support. Thank you. This time, we are talking about the top 10 popular Indian rockers in my autograph collection. These are the musicians from various genres who have rocked India and the world with their talents and brought music to life in their own unique and creative style. And our first Indian rockers are an Indian band whose musical style can be best qualified as folk and fusion music. It is an experimental genre fusing raga, that is the traditional Indian tunes, with rock music, guitars and drums, sometimes using Indian folk songs. I am talking about the popular band Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is an Indian rock band formed in New Delhi in 1990 who are widely recognized as the pioneers of the fusion rock genre in India. Susmeet Sen, Ashim Chakravarti, Rahul Ram and Amit Kilam were band members till Chakravarti's demise on 25th December 2009, after which Tuhin Chakravarti and Himanshu Joshi were officially inducted into the band as replacements. After the departure of Susmeet Sen in 2013, Rahul Ram is the only founding member who appeared on the band's debut album Indian Ocean. Sanjeev Sharma has collaborated with them as a lyricist on many albums. The band's musical style has also been described by some music critics as Indo-rock fusion with jazz-spiced rhythms that integrates shlokas, Sufism, environmentalism, mythology and revolution. They released their latest album 16 by 330 Khajur Road online for free, and they have instead turned to concerts and sponsorships for generating revenue. And I was lucky enough to meet the Indian Ocean band at one of their performances in New Delhi, and it was really fun to meet them because they looked at the items that I had for them to autograph and all of them signed on the items. But the unique item that I would like to show all of you is this LP of their soundtrack Black Friday. Yes, this was a movie that was based on the 93 Bombay blasts, and you can see a beautiful gatefold, and in the gatefold it's written Indian Ocean performs the original soundtrack for Black Friday. And at the back you can see the tracks. There are 8 tracks in this record, and it has been released by Tanagya Records, but the autographs are in the front. And since it is a dark background, I don't know if you can see all of them very clearly. And you can see 6 autographs. Actually, 5 are from the band Indian Ocean, and 1 is of Piyush Mishra, who wrote the lyrics for this soundtrack. A very, very special record in my collection. And Rahul Ram, one of the founding members of Indian Ocean, sent me this video.
Hey Jazzy Joe, Rahul Ram from Indian Ocean. Congratulations on having acquired 2,000 autographed LPs, vinyls, and I believe you have a collection of like 12,000. That's incredible, man. That's just amazing. And the world knows you as somebody who's been making people dance and dance since 1992. One of India's best known DJs. What a journey, man, Jazzy. Looking forward to more and looking forward to meeting you to sign a copy of Indian Ocean's latest vinyl, Kandisa, when we meet next. Bye.
Wow, that's a great video. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you so much. Amazing video, and I thank you so much for your kind words and your blessings. Amazing video. Thanks a lot. Our next popular rocker has often been referred to as the godfather of Indian jazz and is an Indian film composer, record producer, keyboardist and singer. Yes friends, the legend, Louis Banks. Louis Banks was born to Indian Gorkha parents Saraswati and George Banks, a musician, in his hometown of Darjeeling. After college, Banks moved to Kathmandu with his father's band and decided to become a full-time musician, and it was there that he discovered jazz music. Not happy in Kathmandu, Banks moved base to Calcutta in 1971, where he met singer Pam Crane and saxophonist Braz Gonzalez and formed the Louis Banks Brotherhood. In 1974, Banks approached R.D. Burman and Burman happily took him in. In Mumbai, Banks was introduced to different world music genres and he was able to thrive in the rich music scene. As he cemented his place and reputation in the city, he popularized live jazz at the Mumbai nightclubs. In 1988, Banks composed the tunes to the iconic Mile Sur Mera Tumhara, a short film on national integration, and later formed a new band called Silk with Shankar Mahadevan, Shivamani and Carl Peters. He has performed at various concerts and with well-known jazz artists all over the world. It was my pleasure to meet Louis Banks twice in Mumbai at his residence, and both times I took along some items for him to autograph, and we talked about music, we talked about records and his albums, and he very happily signed all the items that I had for him. But the record that I would like to show all of you is a very special record because it is a reprint of one of his old albums, classic albums, and the record is this one of the album Sangam, Jazz Yatra Sextet. And you can see at the back the photographs of the whole band that had performed on this record, and you can see the autographs at the back along with the autographs of Braz Gonzalez, Carl Peters, Ranjeet Barratt. There is the autograph of Louis Banks, and he has written, "To Dear Jazzy Joe, love, Louis Banks." Our next popular rocker in my collection is a graduate in economics and political science, subjects comprehensively different from what he believes he was born to do. So he shifted gears to eventually initiate a career closer to his heart and soul, music. Yes, I'm talking about Gary Lawyer. With his varied musical influences, Gary commenced a singing career in New York during the 80s, expectedly receiving an amazing response while performing across theatres and nightclubs, accompanied merely by his 12-string guitar. In India, Gary's talent led him to receive opportunities across the performing and recording industry, with his incredible voice showcased across innumerable commercials both on radio and on TV, bringing him the Best Singer IFA award, supported by an extremely successful anti-smoking ad campaign song. Since then, Gary has continued his virtual non-stop performance schedule both pan-India and internationally, with the Government of India nominating him to perform at the Festival of Russia. His various albums include Gary's debut album This Cannot Wait, followed by High Standards with Louis Banks, The Other Side of Dawn, which eventually sealed Gary as one of the greatest vocalists and songwriters, and the very successful album Arrow in the Dust, among others. It was my great pleasure to meet Gary so far twice, once in Mumbai at his residence, and the second time I met him at a show in New Delhi, and it was really fun to meet him, especially at his residence where we spoke about his music, his albums, and his adventure so far in the world of music. And the item that I would like to show all of you is a very, very unique item, simply because it's something different. And it is this cassette, the cassette of his album The Other Side of Dawn. And the songs are there, if you can see on the side flap. And there are 3 songs: Nights on Fire, which was an amazing popular song at the time, another one, The Other Side of Dawn, and Island of Dreams. And then it also has an interview with Gary Lawyer. A very, very unique item, very rare item, and it was given to me by Gary Lawyer himself when he came to my club to release this album. That's why it is a very, very special album for me, and especially because he has autographed it, writing, "Dear Joe, regards, Gary." Next, we have in our list of popular Indian rockers the very popular Indian Cowboy, an Indian country music singer, songwriter, guitarist and composer. He is praised by the media for being India's first international country music artist who has charted singles in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about my dear friend Bobby Cash. Bobby Cash grew up in Clement Town, Dehradun. An aunt of his who lived in Nashville, Tennessee, regularly sent the latest country music releases of the time to Bobby's mother. This was the music he grew up listening to and which he loved so much that he taught himself to play the guitar and sing those songs. Bobby Cash's career began by performing in New Delhi at the popular hotspot Rodeo. In 1996, he recorded his first Indian pop album, Ye Pyar Hai, under Magna Sound, and it was followed by a guitar instrumental the same year called Film Hits on Guitar. In 1998, Bobby Cash recorded Ruk Ja Baby, an Indian pop album with Archie's music. Bobby Cash recorded his debut country album, Cowboy at Heart, with some of the cream of the Australian music industry, followed by his other albums, Phoenix to El Paso and State of My Heart. Bobby Cash toured and played extensively in Australia for a number of years. Currently, he tours mostly in India, playing and promoting the country music. Now, when it comes to Bobby Cash, I'm a big fan. I love watching him perform, and I don't think there is a single time when he performs in New Delhi and I don't go and watch him perform. And of course, one of my favorite songs to watch him perform is Besame Mucho, and he knows it. So every time he plays a different version for me. And the item that I would like to show you is something very different, very unpredictable, because I'm sure you might have thought that I'll show you his country album or maybe a signed guitar, but no, I want to show you something very rare now, which is his first pop album that came out on the Magna Sound label. You can see the cassette. The name of the album was Ye Pyar Hai, which means this is love. And you can see at the back the songs are there, 8 tracks, and it is signed by actually 2 artists, and both are my dear friends. At the top you can see it's written to Jazzy, that is Edwin Fernandez, and of course Bobby Cash has signed below him, writing to Dear Jazzy, love, Bobby Cash, 2014. And Bobby Cash sent me this video. Check it out.
Congratulations, dear friend Jazzy Joe, for your great achievement in compiling more than 2,000 records signed by original artists from different eras. Wow, what a great entertainer you are, and what a special person. I salute you. I like to sing this song which I know you love. Few lines for you. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después.
Wow, you remembered Besame Mucho. What a great track, and the way you sing it is amazing, Bobby. No wonder I'm your fan, and I'm sure everybody listening to this, if they have not heard you before, would understand what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for a great video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And next in our list of popular Indian rockers, he has been described by guitar legend John McLaughlin as one of the leading edges in drumming, and is now part of John McLaughlin and the Fourth Dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, Ranjeet Barratt. Ranjeet Barratt is an Indian film score composer, music director, music arranger, drummer and singer based in Mumbai, India. His response to the Western drum kit, even at the age of 12, was almost organic, and his natural flair, ease and craft catapulted him into becoming one of India's leading artists on the instrument at the age of 17. In 1980, he performed at the Jazz Yatra in Europe with the Jazz Yatra Sextet, that is with Louis Banks, besides performing with Pandit Ravi Shankar's ensemble on the same tour. This phase saw journeys to Europe and the West with leading Indian jazz and pop and classical musicians. He has been a featured drummer and arranger for industry giants such as R.D. Burman, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, Kalyanji Anandji, continuing through the eras of Anu Malik and Ismail Darbar, and to the present with A.R. Rahman as one of the most sought after arrangers and producers. Once again, it was a great pleasure to meet Ranjeet Barratt in Mumbai and get all the items autographed. And of course, some of them were records, some of them were CDs. But the item that I would like to show all of you is this special album on a CD. And what makes this item so special is that it is a movie in which Ranjeet Barratt has given the soundtrack. And he has written the lyrics for a few songs. And he has performed one of the songs on the soundtrack named Paradise. So he has donned all three hats in the soundtrack of the movie Brides Wanted. And you can see that he has signed on the inlay card inside, which looks kind of a poster for the movie, and he has signed it Ranjeet Barratt. A very special item in my collection. Our next popular rocker gained widespread recognition all over the world for his role in the 2008 rock musical drama Rock On, and he came back into prominence for his role as the hired mercenary Malcolm Murad in the Netflix series Sacred Games. Yes, I am talking about my dear friend, the multi-talented Luke Kenny. Luke Kenny is an Indian actor, film director, producer, music director, composer and former VJ. He began his career as a DJ, followed by a successful stint as the first male VJ on Channel V. Kenny began his career as a dancer influenced by Michael Jackson. In 1991, he joined the rock band Greek as a vocalist. Between 1993 and 1995, he had a small stint as a DJ. In 1995, he joined the newly launched Channel V as their first male VJ. He became very popular and had a long-term association with the channel. Kenny got his first acting break in the 1997 film Bombay Boys. After this, he went back to Channel V and served as their head of music programming until 2008. In 2005, Kenny tried his hand at directing and producing with the film 13th Floor, India's first digitally released film, and received recognition at the film festivals. Kenny returned to acting with his breakthrough role in the film Rock On and the first Netflix India original series Sacred Games. Once again, just like Bobby, Luke Kenny is a great friend since a long time. I know him for nearly 30 years now. And it's always a pleasure to meet him because apart from being such a nice person, he is a reservoir of knowledge when it comes to music and movies. I don't think there's any singer or musician or movie actor that he does not know about. You know, you can talk to him for hours and hours when it comes to movies and music. You know, no wonder he was head of programming, you know, of a music channel. The knowledge he has and the talent he has. You know, he's a singer, he was a VJ, he's a DJ, I mean, he's an actor, you know, so he is a talented powerhouse and it's always a pleasure to meet him. But the item that I would like to show all of you is a unique one because, as I said before, Luke is a great fan of the great man Michael Jackson. And so the item I want to show you is this unique photograph that you can see. Now this is based on one of the album covers of Michael Jackson. I'm sure all of you music fans know which one. And it shows Luke just like his idol. And it is the promo photo for Luke's After Hours. And he has autographed this for me writing, "Hey Jazzy, stay cool, always, Luke Kenny." And Luke sent me a video. Here it is.
Hello everyone, my name is Luke Kenny and today I want to tell you about my friend Jazzy Joe. I've known him for about 30 years now, and apart from him being a really wonderful person and a dear friend, he is also a fantastic music collector. And not just a music collector, he is a collector of vinyl records, LP records, and he has over 12,000 in his collection. Wow, that's an amazing amount of records to have. But the one thing that makes his record collection even more special and absolutely invaluable is that at least 80% of his collection has been autographed by the people connected with those records. For instance, let's say if he has a record of Sholay, then chances are that that record has been signed by Mr. Ramesh Sippy, the director, some of the cast including Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Dharmender, Jaya Bhaduri, and even if he has an international record like Grease, chances are that that record will have been signed by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. This has been Jazzy's passion for the past many years now. And I'd like to wish him all the best. May he continue to get his complete record collection autographed from all the people that can connect with it and that are connected to it. So Jazzy, all the best to you. May your autograph hunting carry on and on and on, and may each and every one of your record have a priceless autograph attached to it.
Now, that's a great video. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you for your kind words and all your blessings. And I hope that I get to see you soon once again. Thank you so much. Our next popular rocker is a performing artist from Shillong in Northeast India and is renowned for his Bob Dylan tribute concerts. The legend Lou Majao. Lou Majao started his career in Kolkata, where he sang in bars and pubs. He began with Oracle Bones and moved on to a solo career. He then moved to Shillong, where he rocked shows and events with other bands like Phantoms, Vaudevilles, Blood and Thunder, Super Sound Factory, and Great Society, among others. In 1965, Lou was introduced to Bob Dylan's work. Inspired by his music, he later organized a Dylan's birthday concert in Shillong on 24th May 1972. Since then, he has organized a concert each year on 24th May to pay tribute to Dylan, with the shows generating national and international interest. For some, Lou is the Bob Dylan of India. For many, he is an institution and is rightly the pride of Shillong and of the Indian music scene. On 24th October 2016, Lou Majao was also awarded with the 4th Dr. Bhupen Hazarika Award by the Governor of Assam for his contribution to music. I had the immense pleasure to meet Lou Majao when he had come to Delhi for a show, for a performance. And it was a pleasure to meet him because I had heard so much about him, and I saw him perform once in Shillong when I had gone there for a performance. And I went there one day earlier just because he was performing and I wanted to see his performance. And it was great to meet him because he was so down to earth and he autographed all the items that I had for him. But the item that I want to show you is a very unique and special one, which is this guitar. This is a mini guitar specially meant for autographs, and you can see he has signed at the bottom of the guitar writing Lou Majao, a very, very special item in my collection. Our journey continues with our next popular rocker, who is a music director, composer and performer on vocals and guitars, based in Delhi, but basically from Goa. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, the amazing Edwin Fernandez. Edwin Fernandez is a professional musician who has generated an unbreakable niche for himself in the Hindi music industry. A lead guitarist, composer and music programmer, he has also made a mark with his singing and keyboard playing. Edwin is credited with giving a new dimension to guitar playing in India. His unique style, signature tone and technical approach make Edwin one of the iconic guitarists of this generation. A couple of his instrumental tracks have been released by the Rock Street Journal as part of compilation albums. The single Blue Turtle Dance was featured in the Great Indian Rock Volume 1 back in 1997. Later, the song Turtle at Crossroads was featured in the Smoking Guns album. As a composer, he has worked on albums of Indian superstars like Usha Uthup, Anamika, Daler Mehndi, Hansraj Hans, Shweta Shetty, Shubha Mudgal, Hema Sardesai and others. Today, he is busy performing solo and with his band Goatronic all over the country. Once again, Edwin is a very, very dear friend as well as a great performer, and it's always fun watching him perform, whether he's singing or whether he's playing the guitar or he's performing one of his remixes live on the stage. It's amazing to watch him perform, and being a dear friend, it was a bit easy for me to ask him to autograph the items. And the item that I would like to show all of you is again a kind of unique item, and it is this guitar that you can see. It is just like one of the guitars that Edwin uses, and that's why I had to ask him to sign on this unique item, apart from photos and cassettes and albums. Like you had seen Bobby's album before, he had autographed that cassette too. And Edwin has written to Jazzy Joe, Edwin Fernandez, 21st December 2020. A very special and unique item in my collection. And our next amazing rocker is unanimously acknowledged as the #1 bassist in India and is respected all over the world for his unique talent. Yes, friends, I am talking about the legend Carl Peters. Carl Peters is a living legend and one of the top bassists in India. His virtuosity on the instrument, his expertise in jazz harmony and melodies, and rhythmic influences from Indian music and modes, and his understanding of R&B, funk, blues, jazz fusion styles makes him an essential part of any musical outfit he works with. Peters has toured all over the world with great musicians and friends like Louis Banks, Ranjeet Barratt, Shankar Mahadevan, Brad Gonzalez, Sanjay Divecha and Adrian D'Souza. He has also performed with Indian classical world-class musicians like Zakir Hussain, Hari Prasad Chaurasia, Sultan Khan, Shivamani, Sridhar Parthasarathi, and has collaborated with Western musicians like Eddie Daniels, Lenny Stern, Mike Stern, Abby Rabinowitz, Charlie Mariano, and many more. And he has been on recordings with various albums, movies, and other media. It was a pleasure to meet Carl Peters at his home in Mumbai, and I had taken some records, some items for him to autograph, and he was amazed at seeing that someone still collected the records of his albums, and he signed all of them. But the record that I want to show all of you is a very, very unique record because it is an imported record, and this is the record that I'm talking about. The name of the album is Ritual by the artist, the saxophonist Rao Kiao. And you can see it has a beautiful, beautiful gatefold on which you can see the artist standing in a huge field. But it is at the back that you can see the songs. And you can also see a couple of other autographs. There's also Ranjeet Barratt, who has written to Jazzy Joe, God Bless, and Louis Banks, who has written to Jazzy Joe, Love. And you can see the autograph of Carl Peters, who has written in bracket bass. Once again, a very, very unique and special record in my autograph collection. And we have saved a great Indian rocker act for last. In fact, our 10th artist in this episode is a duo who, when they came together, little did they realize that their foray into popular vocal fusion would make them the hottest act in town. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the Colonial Cousins. Colonial Cousins is an Indian duo formed by singer Hari Haran and singer-composer Leslie Lewis, who also have successful solo careers. Their eponymous first album hit platinum in sales in India alone and consistently headed the Indian music charts in 1996, followed by albums like The Way We Do It, Atma, and others. The duo have received numerous awards, notably the MTV Asia Viewers' Choice Award in 1996 and also the US Billboard's Viewers Award. It was during Lewis's jingle career that the idea of Colonial Cousins was conceived. Lewis had called in Hari Haran to sing a jingle for him one evening in 1992. The restless Lewis began crooning something while strumming on his guitar, and Hari felt inspired to jam with an alap. Hari Haran is well versed in Carnatic and Hindustani music. Besides releasing several ghazal albums, Hari Haran has also lent his voice to many Hindi and Tamil films and ended up winning several awards, including the National Award. Now, I've watched Colonial Cousins perform a couple of times, but I met them only once when they came to my club in the early 90s to release their first album. And I want to show you that CD cover of their first album, which they both autographed for me at the time. And this is the CD cover, the CD inlay, and you can see both their photographs in the front, and it's a booklet. You can see other photos, and at the back also there are other photographs. Their information is also there on the inlay, and they have signed in the front Hari Haran writing Love Hari Haran and Leslie Lewis writing Love Les Colonial. just because of its history in my life, a very, very special CD inlay in my autograph collection. And what better way to end an episode than a video? Yes, Leslie Lewis sent me a video. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Leslie Lewis, and I'm bringing this message for DJ Jazzy Joe. Hey Joe, congratulations for being in the Limca Book of Records for having 2,000 plus collection of autographed record covers. Wow. And including Colonial Cousins. That too autographed. Wow, superb. Well, wishing you all the best for many, many more autographed adventures. And here is a song I want to sing for you. Just a little bit. I hope you enjoy it. Krishna ni begane Baru Krishna ni begane Baru, come back as Jesus and come back and save the world and bless all the future of every boy and girl, and come back as Rama, forgive us for what we've done. Come back as Allah, come back for everyone. Krishna ni begane Baru Krishna ni begane Baru. All the best to you, Joe.
Wow, what a great video. And Krishna is one of my all-time favorite hits, all-time favorite songs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your kind words and singing a bit of that song for me. Amazing, amazing, amazing video. Thank you so much, Leslie. And now we come to the end of this episode featuring autographs of popular Indian rockers in my collection, with rockers from different genres like rock, jazz, fusion, country, pop, blues, etc. I hope all of you enjoyed the autographs and the information, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and like and share this video so that others can also appreciate these artists. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. You can also send any questions, suggestions or feedback to the email jazzyautographs@yahoo.com. To all my collector friends, happy collecting, and to everyone else watching, thank you and hope to see you in our next episode, which is a Christmas special episode. I will be showing you my top 10 autographs from Western artists, Western musicians. So there will be the top 10 autographs, there will be loads of information, and since it is a Christmas episode, there will be lots of surprises too. I hope you will join me in the next episode. Till then, take care and all the best.